Hello everyone, welcome back to another amazing tutorial, and today we'll be talking about note values and rest. It looks like something you are familiar with, right? But I can say you might be getting the meaning or how to count it wrongly, and that's why we are here today. Let us dive in. So, what exactly is music note? A music note is a symbol, which means sign, used in musical notation, which means writing down, to represent two things. Number one, pitch, which means how high or low a sound is, and number two, duration, how long that note is held down. And just as important as rest, a rest does not produce sound. I hope you know that. But it has a duration of silence that has the same meaning as the note themselves. So on the heading, you are going to see on the right hand side the note. Then you are going to see at the middle the American name and the British name. And then on the left, you're going to see their equivalent rest. Okay, so the first one we are going to look at is the whole note or a semi-breve. It means 4 beats. And the next is half note or a minim, which is equals to 2 beats. A quarter note or a crotchet note equals to 1 beat. An eighth note or a quaver note equals to half beat. A 16th note or a semi-quaver note equals to 1/4 beats. A 32nd note or a demi-semi-quaver equals to 1/8 beats. A 64th note or hemi-demi-semi-quaver equals to 1/16 beats. A 128th note or semi-hemi-demi-semi-quaver equals to 1/32 beats. Believe it or not, we even have 2/5/6 note. Listen to this, which is called demi-semi-hemi-demi-semi-quaver, which worth 1/64 beats, though it is rarely used. So remember what I've said before, that a note represents two things, the pitch and the duration. So on the score here, if a note is here and a note is at the top here or below here, the first thing you're going to observe is that the notes are in different positioning. That means the pitch I'm talking about. Then, how long you are going to play each note. For example, this is 1 beat and this is 2 beats, this is 4 beats. So the duration or how long you are holding or how long you are singing this note is what is called duration. And those are the two characteristics of a note. For example, if you are to do it in practical, if I want to clap a 1 beat note, which is the crotchet note or the quarter note, I'm going to clap it like this: 1, finish. Then if I want to clap the minim note, which is the 2 beat note, it is 1, 2. So I'm not going to say anything now so that you can feel the duration which I'm talking about. If it's a 4 beat note, it's going to be this. And if I'm singing, it's going to be la. That's it. Okay, now the next one is the half beat note, which is this half. Before you go to the next section of this tutorial, I would advise you get the understanding of how to clap this note very well before you move to the next one. And now you may ask, what if I want the note to be longer than 4 beats? Because in the example, there is no note like 3 beat note there, you may ask. Okay, and if I want my note to be maybe a 1 beat and a half beat, so how am I going to do it? And that's where you have to understand dotted note, tie, and slur. So I'm going to explain what this does. A dotted note and tie are the two means of which you can make your note longer. Okay, so what do I mean by that? For example, if I have a 1 beat note and I place a dot in front of that note, look at where the dot is. Please be careful so that you don't miss it out. That note will be played for 1.5 beats. Let me make an obvious example, a very clear one. If I have the semi-brief note and I place a dot at the front of it, please be careful. Look at where the dot is so that you won't mess it up. That note will be played for 6 beats. Something might be striking your mind. How do we get to this? It means that a dot increases a note by half of the note value, or you can say by half of the original note value. This is just a simple math we're going to do. Let's say, for example, we have a 4-beat note. Look at my fingers, okay? So the next question we're going to ask ourselves is, if I divide 4 into 2 equal halves, what is half of 4? It is 2. Then we'll now add 4 plus 2 together, and that's what gives us 6 beats. Okay, let's do a bit complex example. Let's say we have 1 beat. Then we are going to still ask ourselves, what is half of 1? It is half. So if we add it together, we're going to have 1.5 beats. Did you get that now? So now, this doesn't just stop there. That is when you have a single dot placed after the note. Sometimes you might even see it in some pieces. You are going to see double dot placed after the note. So how you're going to do it is very simple. Everything is just dividing by half and adding by half. What do I mean? Okay, let me explain. Let's say we have a 4-beat note. That's when you can understand the simple math there. And a double dot placed in front of a 4-beat note. So the first question is the first dot, you tackle it. What is half of 4 beats? It is 2. Then what is quarter of a 4-beat? It is 1. It means that you are going to add 2 and 1 to it, and that is going to give you how many beats? 7 beats. Then the second one on the list is a tie. Like I said, there are 2 basic means of you making your note duration longer, which means you want to increase the note value, you want to increase the note duration. So the second one is a tie. Now, there is difference between a tie and a slur. A tie is the curve mark on the same note pitch, which means if this note is B, the other note is B, then you put a tie on it. It means that you are not going to play B, B. No, you are going to just play B while counting the next note value to the first one. You see, I've made that single note, which is the 1-beat note, to be 2 notes using a tie. Then the opposite of a tie is a slur. A slur simply means play the 2 notes smoothly together, which means don't detach the note. So most times you are going to see a slur on notes of different pitch. For example, C and A, and this curve mark will be on it. It means that you are slurring between C and A. So it means that you are connecting 2 notes of different pitch together. You may be surprised about this. We also have the extended Western notation, which means if you look at the example I showed you, you started with a 4-beat note. So beyond the basic, Western music also uses some extended note value. Look at this image. The first one we have is a breve, which means a double whole note. And the second one is a longa, which is used in medieval and Renaissance music, which is equal to 4 whole notes, which means there are other larger notes than just a whole note or a semi-breve note. So look at this one again. We also have the maxima, which is longer than its worth 8 whole notes. You can imagine how long that note is going to be. Now, let's step outside standard notation. In ancient music, we have the mensura notation, which is from the medieval time. They use values like longa and breve, but their meaning could change due to context. We also have the neumes used in the early chants. These don't give exactly duration, but they show the relative movement of the melody. Then in a non-Western traditions, rhythms works differently. Indian classical music uses the concept of matra, which means the smallest rhythmic unit, and inside a tala, which is a circle of beats. If you watch my other video, I've talked about this. And Arabic and Middle Eastern music uses equal heart rhythm cycle with a specific pattern of long and short beats. And many African traditions rely on polyrhythms with different rhythmic layers on top of each other. I've done all this in my last video. Then Japanese music counts with haku units. Then Indonesia uses holotomic structure where large gongs mark important duration. Well, pretty fascinating, right? Also, we have the contemporary and experimental music. In the modern world, composers have pushed rhythm even further. One, we have the proportional notation in graphic score, which shows the amount of space equal to the time. Some pieces even uses irrational time signature like 5/6, 7/9. You might have heard this song Take 5, and of course, grace notes and ornaments like architectura and appoggiatura also give us a quick decorative note that don't follow normal rhythmic value. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, share, and if you have any question, put it in the comments. And see you again in my next video.